Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. In this session of wind energy, we will discuss various types of wind turbines. Charles F. Brush is considered to be the founder of wind turbines. He was also founder of American electrical industry. He built his wind turbine with 144 blades and the diameter of the rotor was 17 meter. Another Paul Core was also considered as the pioneers of modern aerodynamic wind turbines. He was actually a metallurgist and he built his own wind tunnel for experiments. Working principle of wind turbines: the kinetic energy in the wind that pushes the turbine blades and in turns the turbine blades that rotates, and at the end we generate power. The wind turbines produce electricity in two steps. First, conversion of kinetic energy of the wind into rotational energy by the rotor blades, and then conversion of rotational energy into the electricity by the generator. Now these are the types of wind turbines. This is horizontal axis wind turbine, and we have two types of further: vertical axis wind turbine of Darius and vertical axis wind turbine Savanius. In Savanius vertical axis wind turbines, the rotor blade starts from the center and it goes towards the end. And in Darius axis wind turbine, vertical axis wind turbine, the rotor blade that is away from the axis of the shaft. Now, the vertical axis wind turbines. This is a type of wind turbine in which the axis of rotation is perpendicular to the wind stream. And this vertical axis wind turbine works like a classical water wheel in which the water arrives at the right angle to the rotational axis of the water wheel. And further we have two types of vertical axis wind turbines: the Savanius vertical axis wind turbine and the Darius vertical axis wind turbine. And the advantages of vertical axis wind turbine: that vertical axis wind turbine has its rotor shaft installed vertically and can therefore work even if the turbine is not directly pointed towards the direct wind direction. Let's say if we have a Savanius type of drawing is not too good, the freehand drawing. And this rotor is connected with this shaft with the ground. Now, irrespective of the direction of the wind, this rotor is going to operate. So this is big advantage of this vertical axis of wind turbine. No direction keeping is required. Then ensures wind power even in areas where there is low wind speed. Actually, it operates in low wind speed. We will discuss later why this is used in low wind speeds. In vertical axis wind turbines have the generator and gearbox assembled near the ground. Now here we have the gearbox and also the generator. Now this shaft is connecting this rotor with the gearbox, the drive chain, and then you have the generator. With these turbines there is no need for tower structure. Actually we don't go too high for the installation of this rotor. So this is a big limitation. So you cannot raise this turbine to a very high level because the limitation of this shaft, because you have to transfer this rotational energy to this gear or the drive chain. So this is one of they also have parts which are easier to maintain, okay, fine, less likely to break down. Over areas where the horizontal axis wind turbines are prohibited, vertical axis wind turbines are could be the best choice. Since vertical axis wind turbines are mounted closer to the ground, they are more bird friendly because the bird fly at high altitude, so less likely to killing of the birds. Vertical axis wind turbines are quite efficient, economical, and perfect for the residential energy use or domestic energy use. So you can use these turbines in build-up areas, the vertical axis wind turbines. The disadvantages: only 50% less efficient, 50% less efficient from the horizontal axis wind turbine. So this is a disadvantage, big disadvantage. Because of no tower structure, full advantage of higher wind speed cannot be gained. So again, the limitation of the shaft, the limitation of the shaft for the case of vertical axis wind turbines, you cannot take very high. So this is the limitation. Require energy to start. So starting energy or starting torque is required for the running of this. So this is again limitation. Automatically this is not going to operate. So initially you require a starting torque. And then they will have parts which are difficult to change without dismantling the entire turbine. Since the gearbox as well as the generator that is under this shaft, so if there is any malfunctioning in the generator or the drive chain, the gearbox, you have to dismantle entire turbine and then you can rectify that. Require wires to hold the structure. This is certain, yes, you require wires. Then stress on the bearing because all the weight of the bearing, you are going to use entire weight of this rotor as well as the shaft that has to rest on this bearing. So these are the few disadvantages of vertical axis wind turbines. Then the horizontal axis wind turbine. The horizontal axis wind turbine common style that must of us think of when we think of the wind turbine. So automatically once you think of a wind turbine, in our minds the turbine which comes that is of the vertical axis and the horizontal axis wind turbines. Horizontal axis wind turbine design like a windmill. Like in the past, it has blades that look like a propeller. So this is the propeller. On the horizontal axis, the dominant driving force is the lift. If you have a blade like this, so the driving force is going to be the lift. The three blade turbines operate more smoothly and generate generally more quiet than the two bladed wind turbines. Further, most horizontal axis wind turbines built today are of three blade wind turbines. Three blade. Although some have fewer or more blades, but the ideal is three blade. We will discuss later on why this is more efficient and economical, the three blade wind turbine. Horizontal axis wind turbine have main rotor shaft, electrical generator. So in this wind turbine, let's say we have a three blade wind turbine, and here you have a drive chain, and this is connected with the, this is gearbox, drive chain is the gearbox, mm, with the generator, and this is all. This we have a tower. Have electrical generator at top of a tower and must be pointed into the wind. So there is a limitation. This, the face of this turbine, you have to maintain the direction, from the direction the wind is coming. So this is the wind direction. So it has to be facing like this. The purpose of the rotor is to convert the linear motion of the wind energy into rotation. So the kinetic energy that is coming, and there this rotor is going to convert this linear energy into the rotational energy and then drive the generator. Small turbines are pointed by simple wind vanes. At the end we use we will discuss later, we use wind vane for the direction keeping, so that the rotor should face towards the wind, the wind that is coming. Okay, with this we will end our discussion here. Allah Hafiz.